Hey folks, I'm at the Samsung Galaxy S25 event here in San Jose, and I've got all three phones, so let's check them out. This is the Galaxy S25 Ultra, and as you can see, it's hard to tell apart from last year's, other than these rounded corners. Yes, that is the major difference this year, and the rest is still pretty much the same titanium build. The super strong glass with the anti-reflective coating that we saw last year, pretty great. The screen's actually bigger at 6.9 inches now. It's Quad HD, of course, so that's an improvement as well. Because of slightly smaller bezels, the phone itself is about the same size. Under the hood, there's a Snapdragon 8 Elite, of course, for Galaxy. This is supposedly a custom chip that Samsung collaborated with Qualcomm for, so TBD as to what's different. And of course, RAM and storage, 12 gigs, still the same, 256, 512, and 1 terabyte of storage as before. Now, the other big difference is with the cameras. There is an ultra wide that's a little better this year with 50 megapixels. So you're going to get more detail and better photos, hopefully, with this ultra wide. The rest of the cameras have remained the same. You still have a 200 megapixel main sensor and a 50 megapixel 5x telephoto, as well as a 10 megapixel 3x telephoto. So yeah, that's basically the changes. 5,000 milliamp hour battery still, of course. There is still the same charging speeds and wireless charging. None of that has changed. Of course, there's lots of improvement in the software that applies to all three phones, including an LLM that stays in the device, on device, that learns about your habits and basically becomes your AI. And that's actually pretty interesting, and see how that develops. It's all secure and stored on device. So that's pretty interesting. We'll check it out in our review, obviously. Another subtle difference is with the S Pen. This S Pen now no longer has a built-in battery, which means it doesn't no longer function as a Bluetooth remote for your camera. And that's a bit of a bummer, honestly, because that was a very majorly differentiating feature for Samsung to have. And so it's a bit unfortunate that they got rid of it. But here we are. That's what you get this year. And it's unclear whether you can use the old stylus with the new phone in terms of battery charging, but I personally doubt it. But yeah, that's basically the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. And this here is the Galaxy S25 Plus. And yeah, not much has changed here either. The cameras are the same as last year. You still have the same 12 megapixel ultra wide, 12 megapixel telephoto, and 50 megapixel main sensor. You have a Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy. Under the hood, you still have 12 gigs of RAM, 256 or 512 gigs of storage, a 4,900 milliamp hour battery. And yeah, it's very much the same in many regards as last year's phone. Now, the good news is none of the prices have changed this year. So that's actually good news. $12.99, $9.99 for this one here, the Plus, and $7.99. And yeah, as you can see, it's a nice shade of blue. I believe this is one of the custom colors that you can order online, but not too much of a difference in this design and in the specs, other than the Snapdragon 8 Elite chip for Galaxy. And this, folks, is the Galaxy S25 base. This is very similar to last year's design, obviously, again, other than the Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset for Galaxy. There's also a RAM of 12 gigabytes now. That's the default versus 8. And of course, 128 or 256 gigs of storage and a 4,000 milliamp hour battery. None of this has changed. Same cameras as well. 50 megapixel main, 12 megapixel ultra wide, 12 megapixel telephoto, 3x, 6.2 inch display, 1080p. Nothing much to report here in terms of hardware differences. All three phones are slightly lighter too, which is interesting. And dimensions are very similar. So yeah, there you have it, a quick look at the S25 base model. And that's a quick look at the S25 series. As you can see, not too much has changed in terms of hardware, but it's all about AI and software. And more importantly, I'm curious to see how this Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy chip performs and how this new ultra-wide camera performs on the Galaxy S25 Ultra. So stay tuned, we'll have more content soon. Until then, cheers everybody.